व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन जमुनातीरवनचारी जमुनातीरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गाइए कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय श्रीनाथ जी जय गोपाल जी जय श्रीनाथ जी जय गोपाल जी जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल गौर ब्रह्मानंदे हरि 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 बोल ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये आराध्यो भगवान् ब्रजेशतनयस्तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना ब्रजवधो वर्गेण या कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेम पुमर्थो महान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभुर्मतमिदं तत्रादरानापरः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। सभी प्रेम से जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। So today we will be discussing, welcome all of you to the Sunday Feast program at Shri Shri Radha Govindaji Temple, ISKCON Edmonton. And today we will be discussing from the Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll give you the shloka, 1 second. Second canto, 3rd chapter, 10th shloka, 2.3.10. So before we start discussing this, we will recite the shloka together. And not only is it beneficial for me to recite it and you to hear me, it is beneficial for you to repeat after me, because these shlokas in our scriptures, these verses, they not only feel good externally when we just sit and play the harmonium. It doesn't just externally feel good. Internally, it purifies our hearts. So please do recite loudly after me when I say the shloka. Akama sarvakamo va. Akama moksha kama udaradhi. Moksha kama udaradhi. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Yajeta purusham param. Yajeta purusham param. Akama sarvakamo va. Akama sarvakamo va. Moksha kama udaradhi. Moksha kama udaradhi. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Yajeta purusham param. Yajeta purusham param. Now we will recite this verse, synonym by synonym. This makes it easier for us to understand word by word. And our founder, Acharya Srila Prabhupada, has mercifully translated the Sanskrit text into English through these word-for-word meanings and then the translations and then the purports, which makes it easy for us to discuss in the vernacular language. So repeat after me. Akamaha, one who has transcended all material desires. Sarvakamaha, one who has the sum total of material desires. Mokshakamaha, one who desires liberation. Udaradhihi, with broader intelligence. Tivrena, with great force. Bhakti yogena, by devotional service to the Lord. Yajeta, should worship. Purusham, the Lord. Param, the Supreme Whole. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam is stating 2nd canto, 3rd chapter, 10th verse. A person who has broader intelligence, whether he be full of all material desire, whether without any desire, or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the Personality of Godhead. Purport: the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is described in the Bhagavad Gita as Purushottama, or the Supreme Personality. It is He only who can award liberation to the impersonalists by absorbing such aspirants in the Brahma Jyoti, the bodily rays of the Lord. The Brahma Jyoti is not separate from the Lord, as the glowing sun ray is not independent from the sun disk. Therefore, one who desires to merge into the supreme impersonal Brahma Jyoti must also worship the Lord by Bhakti Yoga, as recommended here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhakti Yoga is especially stressed here as the means of all perfection. In the previous chapters, it has been stated that Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate goal of both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. And in the same way, in this chapter, it is emphatically declared that Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate goal of the different varieties of worship of the different demigods. Bhakti Yoga, thus being the supreme means of self-realization, is recommended here. Everyone must therefore seriously take up the methods of bhakti yoga, even though one aspires for material enjoyment or liberation from material bondage. Akamaha is one who has no material desire. A living being, naturally being the part and parcel of the Supreme Whole, Purusham Purnam, has as his natural function to serve the Supreme Being. Just as the parts and parcels of the body or the limbs of the body are naturally meant to serve the complete body. Desireless means, therefore, not to be inert like a stone, but to be conscious of one's actual position, and thus desire satisfaction only from the Supreme Lord. Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this desirelessness as bhajaniya parama purusha sukhamatra swasukhatvam in his Sandarbha. This means that one should feel happy only by experiencing the happiness of the Supreme Lord. Tat sukha sukhitvam. This intuition of the living being is sometimes manifested even during the conditioned stage of a living being in the material world. And such intuition is expressed in the manner of altruism, philanthropy, socialism, communism, etc., by the undeveloped minds of less intelligent persons. In the mundane field, such an outlook of doing good to others in the form of society, community, family, country, or humanity is a partial manifestation of the same original feeling in which a pure living entity feels happiness by the happiness of the Supreme Lord. Such superb feelings were exhibited by the damsels of Brajabhumi for the happiness of the Lord. The gopis love the Lord without any return, and this is the perfect exhibition of the akamaha spirit. Kama spirit, or the desire for one's own satisfaction, is fully exhibited in the material world, whereas the spirit of akamaha is fully exhibited in the spiritual world. Thoughts of becoming one with the Lord or being merged in the Brahma Jyoti can also be exhibitions of Kama spirit if they are desires for one's own satisfaction, to be free from the material miseries. A pure devotee does not want liberation so that he may be relieved from the miseries of life. Even without so-called liberation, a pure devotee is aspirant for the satisfaction of the Lord. Influenced by the Kama spirit, Arjuna declined to fight in the Kurukshetra battlefield because he wanted to save his relatives for his own satisfaction. But being a pure devotee, he agreed to fight on the instruction of the Lord because he came to his senses and realized that satisfaction of the Lord at the cost of his own satisfaction was his prime duty. Thus he was akama. That is the perfect stage of a perfect living entity, living being. Udaradhi means one who has broader outlook. People with desires for material enjoyment worship small demigods, and such intelligence is condemned in the Bhagavad Gita 7.20 as Hritagyana, the intelligence of one who has lost his senses. One cannot obtain any result from demigods without getting sanction from the Supreme Lord. Therefore, a person with a broader outlook can see that the ultimate authority is the Lord, even for material benefits. Under these circumstances, one with a broader outlook, even with the desire for material enjoyment or for liberation, should take to the worship of the Lord directly. And everyone, whether an akama or sakama or mokshakama, should worship the Lord with great expendence. This implies that bhakti yoga may be perfectly administered without any mixture of karma and jnana. As the unmixed sun ray is very forceful and is therefore called tivra, similarly unmixed bhakti yoga of hearing, chanting, etc. may be performed by one and all regardless of inner motive. So this is a very, very beautiful shloka. And there's a certain reason I chose this, because this gives us hope. This gives us hope that in any situation of life we may be in, whether we are, learned in Shastra or not, whether we are young or we are old, whether we are full of desires or we have no desires, or we want to get liberated. Many living entities will have different desires, coming from different experiences, coming from different backgrounds. We are in different states of life, yes? But what is the Srimad Bhagavatam recommending? Regardless, Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Tivrena bhakti yogena. किसी भी परिस्थिति में हो व्यक्ति, किसी भी भौतिक bhautik conditioning, yeah, any material conditioning one may be in, any state of desire one may be in, or desirelessness one may be in, still one is recommended to perform bhakti yoga. And not just bhakti yoga, tivrena bhakti yogena. This is the key word in this verse, tivra bhakti. Just as the unmixed sun ray, if we see the sun come out, and these days it's getting cold, but when we used to see the sun come out, we can see that when the sun ray is coming, when the unmixed sun ray, directly the sun ray is coming, it is very tivra, it is very sharp. Like that, Srimad Bhagavatam is recommending to us that our bhakti should be such, with such dedication, with such sharpness, should be our devotional service. So before we get into discussing about the aspects of this verse and how we can apply this into our lives, I would like to discuss just for 5 minutes the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. All of us sitting here are very fortunate, because one, we came here and we have darshan of Krishna. It is very rare to have darshan of Krishna. And you see, Edmonton is full of, 1.2 million people, something like that. How many people are willingly coming to take darshan of Krishna, willingly coming to sing kirtan? It is very rare. So one is that. And secondly, we have gotten the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam. Sabne suna hai? Srimad Bhagavatam ke bare mein? Yes? Everyone has somewhat or other. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, also known as Bhagavat Mahapuran, which we have 7-day kathas in India. It's very famous. So the second reason why we are really fortunate today is because we have come in the association of devotees to discuss Bhagavatam. And what is Bhagavatam, dear devotees? It is not only just a book. The Srimad Bhagavatam itself Srimad Bhagavatam is telling us, Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakar Bhagavan Rishihi Nishrehasya Lokasya Dhyanam Dhanyam Swastyayanam Mahat. This Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of God. हम सबको भगवान का दर्शन चाहिए, भगवान की कृपा चाहिए. We all want to have darshan of Krishna. We all want to somehow भगवान मेरे सामने आ जाए, and it's very sentimental things we all desire in our lives. But the Shastra, which is non-different from Krishna, what is this Srimad Bhagavatam saying? Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam. This is Brahma Samhita. This is given by the Lord Himself, and it is the incarnation of the Lord. Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakar Bhagavan Rishihi. It is given by Srila Vyasadeva, and it is an incarnation of the Lord. How can a book be an incarnation of God? Something to think about. Then the Srimad Bhagavatam answers this question again, that when Krishna 5,000 years ago, he left this Bhumandala and went back to Goloka Vrindavan, his Nitya Krida Bhumi, his Nitya Leela Bhumi, Goloka Vrindavan, eternal residence where Krishna lives. When he winded up his Leela in Bhumandala and went to Goloka Vrindavan, then what went along with him? Krishne svadhamupagate dharma jnanadhibhi saha kalo nashtadrishamesha puranarko dhunodhitaha. Krishne swadhamupagate. Krishna Swadham Upagate. Swadham means Krishna's dham. After winding up his Leela 5,000 years ago, Krishna went to his abode. And what did Krishna take along with him? Dharma Jnanadibhisaha. When Krishna left, along with him left what? Dharma or Jnana chale gaye. And that was the start of Kali Yuga. That is why we are enjoying in Kali Yuga. Yes, we can all give justice to that statement. That's when Kali Yuga started. Because when the Lord leaves this Bhumandala, then dharma, religion, righteousness, jnana, knowledge, transcendental knowledge, everything goes along with him. Everything goes along with him. But the Lord, He is known as Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. He is known in the Bhagavad Gita, He Himself is announcing Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. I am the best friend, the benefactor of every single living entity. I am in the heart of every single living entity. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam. भगवान एक एक जीवात्मा के सुहृद हैं, एक एक जीवात्मा के. Why? Because life after life, birth after birth, even if we are pigs in some life or we are kings in some life, still the Paramatma is always with us. Paramatma is always with us. So, how can Krishna leave us in Kali Yuga without, dharma and jnana? Krishna has taken with him. He's taken dharma, he's taken jnana. So what is left? That is what Kali Yuga is. But Krishna is here to shower his mercy. And how has Krishna showered his mercy on us? Kalo nashta drishamesha puran arko dhunoditaha. In the darkness of Kali Yuga. Kalo nashta drishamesham. When there's no, we cannot see what is right, what is wrong. This is an age of hypocrisy, an age of delusion. And we don't need evidence to show us this. We can experience in our day-to-day lives how much we go through, how much we see people go through. This is Kali Yuga. But Puran arko dhunoditaha. Srimad Bhagavatam is announcing for the benefit of all the ones who want to take benefit. This Puran arko, this means that this Purana, this Srimad Bhagavatam is not like any other Shastra. It's not like any other Purana. This is Puran arko. This is like the brilliant, effulgent sun which can destroy all the darkness. Puran arko dhunoditaha. This is the Srimad Bhagavatam. And from this Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing this wonderful shloka from the second canto. Akama sarvakamo va mokshakamo dharadi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. So many different types of personalities have been described in this verse. The first one is akamaha. Srila Prabhupada explained in the purport, akama means one who doesn't have any desire. This is the upar ka meaning. This is like the external meaning. That akama means akamaha directly in Sanskrit means that one who doesn't have any desires. One who is just, what do you call? Inert. But Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport that akamaha, true akamaha means to have favorable desires. To have the desire to serve Krishna. That is real akama. But regardless, dear devotees, akamaha, sarvakamova, mokshakama. These three personalities are mentioned in this verse. Akama, one who doesn't have desires. Akama, sarvakamova, one who has many desires. How many of us have many desires? I have many desires. I'll say the truth. Yes? Let's be honest with ourselves. We have so many desires. So many desires. Whether it be, just tomorrow morning, I'm going to drink a glass of milk. Desire, right? Or within 5 years, I need to have $1 million in my bank account. So many desires. Just like, it's very natural, I guess, because we are conditioned in this way, and life after life, we have been eating, we have been sleeping, we have been mating, and we have been defending. That's it. That's been our life. Life after life, we are doing the same thing, so we can't expect something new. You can't practice for you can't practice wrongly for a dance and then expect to do it right. So it is very natural for us to have desires, but it is not right for us to have desires. The reason we are suffering, dear devotees, in this world is because we have so many desires, so many unfulfilled desires. So many unfulfilled desires. And sometimes that stops us from taking shelter of Krishna. Sometimes we are conditioned by our own self to take shelter of Krishna, to achieve a higher platform in our devotional life. Yes? This is our conditioning. So at least we can identify with one of these things. Akamaha, some of us may be here who have no desires. Who has no desires? Who has all desires? Who has many desires? Yes? All of us. So we can identify with Sarvakamova and Mokshakama. Who wants to be liberated? Who has a desire for liberation? Mokshakama. Yes, okay. So we have some desire, whether it be Sarvakama and Mokshakama. Akama is also very rare. But, dear devotees, it does not matter what state you are in, how many desires you have. What matters is Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. In any situation of life, if you accept the path of Bhakti Yoga, wahan se aage hi badhna hai. From there you will only advance. You will not go back. What are some examples? We know Shripad Adi Shankaracharya. It is very famous that Adi Shankaracharya has given the, in India it is very famous, we all know, Adi Shankaracharya has given this bhajan. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. What is Adi Shankaracharya saying? Oh Mudhamate. Oh fool. He's talking to me actually. Talking to all of us maybe, if we can consider ourselves in that platform. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. Sripad Adi Shankaracharya is saying, Sripad Adi Shankaracharya is the leader of the impersonalists. He is the one who, in this Kali Yuga, who established the Siddhanta of Advaita, which is, thinking of Krishna as Brahma Jyoti, which we call Mayavad. It is not accepted by the Vaishnavacharyas, but this is a different katha in itself, that Bhagavan Shankar, Lord Shiva, was given this service of establishing Mayavad just to take away Buddhism from India. Regardless, Sripad Adi Shankaracharya, being the leader of the impersonalists, what does he say? That even if you want moksha, even if you want impersonal liberation, even if you don't want Bhagavan, still Bhagavan is so merciful that he has given the process of bhakti through which you can even attain that. And even if one is, like I just said, akamaha, sarvakamova, moksha kama, one is desireless, one is desiring everything and anything, or one is desiring liberation, still, dear devotees, bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja mudamate. In any situation of life, we must do bhajan of Shri Govinda. And it makes very much sense that our deity here in Edmonton, we have Govindaji, Shri Shri Radha Govindaji. So I request to you all, bhaja govindam. Let us seriously bhaja govindam, serious, tivrena bhakti yogena. Even us devotees who are practicing devotional service, we are maybe doing bhakti yogena, but there's no tivrata in that bhakti yoga. Personally speaking for myself, there's no tivrata, there is no intensity in performance of bhakti. If we know something is valuable in our lives, then we will be serious towards it. It is because we have considered bhakti just some banana peel on the street that we have gotten. That is the reason we are not taking it seriously. But bhakti is the cherished fruit. Bhakti is the rarest jewel of all the Shastras. Shri Bhagavan Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, he explains 3 yogas: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. But in the 6th chapter, Krishna, this is not me, this is not Srila Prabhupada, this is not, anyone making up. This is Bhagavan Krishna. Bhagavan Shri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, last shloka of the 6th chapter. We can recite if you can follow. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate yo mam Same yukta tamo mataha. This is direct answer by Krishna. Yoginam api sarvesham. Of all the yogis, dear devotees, so many yogis in this world, in the Himalayas, and these days yogis are in the Zumba dance clubs. That is the definition of yoga these days, no? But so many yogas and so many yogis. But what is the mat? And what is the mat? What is the English for mat? Opinion. What is the opinion of Bhagavan Shri Krishna? Yoginam api sarvesham, sabhi yogiyon mein se madgate antaratmana. Of all the yogis, who is madgate antaratmana? Who with great faith always abides in me. And how? How do you know someone is abiding in Krishna? Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Not by sitting and doing Om, not by going to a yoga studio. No. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Bhajan karne se. There's one it's like a folk bhajan. It's so beautiful, I like it. Hari ka bhajana karo, Hari hai hamare. Yes, dear devotees, Hari ka bhajan karo. Un Hari ka bhajan karo kyunki Hari hai hamare. Worship that Shri Krishna, worship that Shri Hari, because He is ours. He is ours. Truly He is ours. And He is telling us directly that no matter, so many yogis are doing so many types of yogas. Ashtanga yoga, Hatha yoga, Dhyana, Dharana, Samadhi, all these things of Ashtanga yoga, they may be doing. They will achieve the result which they look for. But in the opinion of Bhagavan Krishna, Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. This dhatu, it's in Sanskrita, it's called bhaj dhatu. Bhaj means to worship. Bhaj means bhajan karna. Bhaj does not mean some it's not about meditation, it's about bhajan, it's about service, it's about devotional service to Bhagavan Krishna. So this is the opinion of Krishna. That is what Srimad Bhagavatam is recommending. Tivrena bhakti yogena. In any situation of life. See, the other types of yogas, Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga, they require some previous qualification, especially Jnana Yoga. If you read the details of Ashtanga Yoga, go to a forest, 6th chapter, it is described, Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter. Leave your family, go to a forest, or sar niche karke, tange upar karke, and all that is described. Ashtanga Yoga, how many of us can do? How many of us can do? Not many of us can do. And not many of us, and even by doing it, you will get what? You will get Paramatma realization. You will not get Bhagavan. That is also said. Aapko haan hriday mein acha lagega Bhagavan. That's it. And then you will get Brahma Jyoti. But you will not get Bhagavan. You will not get Shama Sundar Krishna. You will not get that Lord who is so sweet, who is walking barefoot in the land of Vrindavan. Wo nahi milenge aapko. Wo keval how will you get that? Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. Same yukta tamo mataha. This is Same yukta tamo mataha. This is the opinion of Krishna. And who is the greatest yogi? Yogeshwar. This is a name for Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Yogeshwar Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So why don't we take into consideration the opinion of the greatest yogi? Not just any Babaji who has appeared recently. Let's take the opinion of Bhagavan Krishna, the greatest yogi. Yes? So Krishna is recommending Shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mataha. And who in Shastra has gained perfection by Bhakti Yoga? See, we say in this verse that akama sarva kamo va moksha kamo dharadi. But there must be some proof. What is the proof? Yes, Shastra can say, but what if I don't believe in Shastra? There must be some proof. Someone may have had lots of desires and gotten Krishna. Someone may have been desireless and gotten Krishna. So there are examples. The Sanat Kumaras, Chatush Kumar. We've heard of the Chatush Kumar. The Chatush Kumaras, they were impersonalists. They wanted to realize the Lord as the Brahma Jyoti. But when, this is described in the Shastra, but when the Sanat Kumaras, they got the smell of the tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri Hari, their minds were completely taken away. Savai manah Krishna padara vindayo. Their minds were completely stolen by Krishna. What to speak? See, in the Brahma Jyoti there is Sat Chit Ananda, but there is no Ananda, it's only Sat Chit. Real Ananda is in Bhakti. So the Sanat Kumaras, even though they were trying to approach the Lord in his impersonal aspect, being completely desireless, but on the path of Jnana, still the Sanat Kumaras, by the mercy of the Lord, by engaging in devotional service. See, dear devotees, devotional service is so simple. If you smell tulsi, if there's tulsi offered, and you smell tulsi, that is devotional service. That is also counted. When we are doing arati, we are distributing Charnamrita. If you take Charnamrita, that is also devotional service. Imagine how easy. And by taking Charnamrita, it is said, Akal Mrityu Haranam Sarva Vyadhi Vinashanam. Not just devotional service, it is Akala Mrityu Haranam Sarva Vyadhi Vinashanam. If someone is regularly taking Charnamrita of Shaligram Bhagavan or any deity of the Lord, then Akala Mrityu Haranam, the Akala Mrityu is taken away. Sarva Vyadhi Vinashanam, the diseases are taken away just by taking Charnamrita. So devotional service, इसलिए बोला जाता है कि वैष्णव के पुण्य का कोई गिनती नहीं है. A Vaishnava, the pious credits of a Vaishnava cannot be counted. Because things we do on a regular basis as devotional service, whether it be chanting. Dear devotees, it is said in the Shastra that the benefit you can get by hundreds and thousands of Ashwamedha Yagyas, the hundreds and thousands of Gomedha Yagyas, or giving cows in donation, all of that, a fraction of that is not even equal to saying Govinda once. Can we all say Govinda? Govinda! Govinda. So you have all gained that benefit that you cannot even gain by doing these thousands and thousands of yagyas. How easy? How easy? That is why it is said, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. And Srila Prabhupada explains here in the purport also that Arjuna is also a Kama. Arjuna, of course, first he was deluded by That is also the arrangement of the Lord. He was in delusion. Should I fight? Should I not fight? But then he became akama. He did as Krishna told him. He did as Krishna told him. And like that, he gained perfection. He gained perfection. Sarva kamova. This is for, now we can all relate to this. We can all relate to sarva kamova, having many, many desires. We are full of so many desires. And if there was a projection of our mind and everything we think and everything we desire, we'd probably not have many people around us, right? We desire so many things, dear devotees, but Bhagavan is so merciful, Krishna is so merciful that whatever, even if you have desires, even if your heart is contaminated, even if we are weak, the Lord is ready to accept us. The Lord is ready to engage us in His service. The son, even if the son is not, there's a father and a son. Even if the son is not listening to the father still loves the son. But it is the foolishness of the son that he goes begging on the streets when his father's a millionaire. Correct? Similarly, we are those foolish sons. Our father, Bhagavan Shyam Sundar, Shri Radha Govinda ji, are very rich millionaire parents. They have all the mercy we need, they have all the kripa, they have all the satisfaction, all the happiness we need in our lives, they have it. But we are such foolish children that what are we doing? We're going on the street and begging for pennies. Now you can't blame that the father is not merciful, it's the son has left the father. That's the problem. So even though we may be full of desires, it is still recommended that one take shelter of Shri Krishna. Still recommended that one engage in bhakti yoga, tivrena bhakti yogena, with intensity, dear devotees. And by doing so, one's heart is cleansed of these desires. One's desires are fulfilled. One's desires are fulfilled. Yes, definitely. The holy name of the Lord is known as Chintamani. If you are unoffenselessly, however you say it, chanting the holy name of Shri Krishna, then all your desires will be fulfilled. That is said in the Shastra. And those desires which are unfavorable for you, because we are like a frog in a well, and we are trying to make estimations about what? The ocean. Bhagavan knows what is good for us, what is bad for us. That is why even though some desires may not be fulfilled, that is still the mercy of Bhagavan. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is stated, Ami vigya ei murkhe vishay kena diba, nija charanamrita diye vishaya bhulaiba. That if my dear devotee is asking me for something material, I will give my charanamrita and he will forget about these material things. That is the mercy of the Lord. That is how merciful. Krishna has made all arrangements for us to love Him. Krishna has made all arrangements for us to serve Him. And an example, we were discussing about examples. So an example of Sarvakamu, a devotee who had a desire that we cannot even desire. Like our mind's capacity will not even reach to that end to which that devotee of the Lord has desired. Dhruva Maharaj, 5-year-old child, described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto. Dhruva Maharaj wanted a kingdom bigger than his father's, wanted a kingdom bigger than his grandfather, wanted a kingdom bigger than Brahma. At least we don't have that desire, right? We are safe. So Dhruva Maharaj wanted such things. And when he met his guru, Narad Muni, he was instructed in Bhakti Yoga. And Dhruva Maharaj, with such intensity, with such seriousness, with such sincerity, Dhruva Maharaj engaged in Bhakti Yoga that he achieved darshan of Shri Bhagavan. He achieved darshan in a matter of what? Not in a matter of a couple of lifetimes, not in a matter of one lifetime, in a matter of 6 months. 5-year-old child, Dhruva Maharaj, with Tivra Bhakti Yoga, with the execution of Bhakti, with intensity, with seriousness, he got darshan of the Lord. And what did he say when he saw Bhagavan? What did he say? He said, Swamin Kritarthosmi. That, my Lord, I was so foolish that I asked you for some pieces of glass. This material possessions, these material things, these are like pieces of glass. My Lord, you are the real jewel. You are the real jewel. Like that. So, dear devotees, you can see that Dhruva Maharaj, he had a desire. He had many desires. The greatest desire. Still, he was purified by engaging in Bhakti Yoga. And still, not only was he purified, his heart's desire was fulfilled. We say the North Star, we all know about the North Star, and in Hindi we say Dhruvatara. Dhruvatara. What is that Dhruvatara? That is Dhruvalok. The Lord, out of His mercy and so much affection to Dhruv Maharaj for his engagement in bhakti, the Lord gave him his own planet, Dhruvaloka. And that is Vaikuntha. That is a Vaikuntha planet. He had saved it especially for Dhruva Maharaj. That was the intensity of the devotional service of that 5-year-old child. Dear devotees, this is the glory of bhakti. This is the glory of bhakti. And now we have been discussing that regardless of any situation, regardless of any external conditioning, regardless of any weaknesses, regardless of any prior mistakes, let us take a step today. Let us engage in Tivra Bhakti Yoga. Let us engage in serious, sincere devotional service to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada has explained in the purport that what is Tivra Bhakti? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Nivedanam. These 9 processes of devotional service have been highlighted, have been given to us. Bhakti karni kaise karni hai? Sab kuch bataya hai Shastra mein. The Shastra has told everything. Why you should do bhakti, what you will get by doing bhakti, how to do bhakti, the steps of bhakti. Then you can also judge which step I am on, where I am on, am I a neophyte, madhyama, uttama. Everything has been given, dear devotees. It is for us to take a step. Yes. Srila Prabhupada used to say, if you take 1 step toward Krishna, Krishna takes 10 steps towards you. Because He wants you to do bhakti towards Him. He wants you to be free of misery. He wants you to be free of material conditionings. He wants you to be blissful. The nature of the soul is anandamayobhyasat. Dear devotees, suffering is unnatural. Suffering is unnatural. It is natural for us to be blissful. It is natural for us to be happy. The soul is supposed to be happy. If we are unhappy, then we are not on the platform of the soul. We are being conditioned by our body. And Bhagavan still has opened the doors in any situation, in any circumstance. If we want to turn our face to Bhagavan Shri Krishna, He is there. He is there. So by engaging in these 9 processes of devotional service, Shravanam is hearing Katha. And I'm very thankful to all of you for sitting and listening to Katha, because this Shravanam is also bhakti. Think about it, how simple. Just sitting and listening about Krishna is bhakti. Wow. Shravanam, next one is Kirtanam. Chanting about the Lord, chanting the glories of the Lord. What comes under Kirtanam is Harinam Sankirtan, which is congregational chanting. Then we have Japa, which we can chant on the Mala. That is also Kirtanam. So these are all ways one can do Tivra Bhakti. And all what we were reading this morning in the preface of the Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrit, Srila Prabhupada says, the advancement of a person in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. Once again, your advancement depends on your attitude. One may be doing these same Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam for years and years and years, but the attitude is to gain some external recognition. The attitude is to get a mala in the temple. You're not going to go anywhere. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena means with the desire to please Krishna, with the desire to purify our hearts and become reunited with our beloved Lord, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. With that intensity, with that attitude, if we engage in devotional service, then that is Tivra Bhakti. That will get us to Param Brahma Param Dhama, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So we have Shravanam, which is listening to Katha, listening about Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, which is chanting, either chanting the Japa, chanting Mahamantra, chanting congregational chanting, Harinam Sankirtan. This all comes under Kirtanam. Vishnu Smaranam. And if you do Shravanam and Kirtanam very nicely, then you will do Smaranam. You will think about Krishna. Pada Sevanam, to serve the lotus feet of Krishna, to serve the deity of Krishna. Archanam, to serve the deity of Krishna. Vandanam, to offer prayers to Krishna. Dasyam, to act in servitorship to Krishna. Sakhyam, to act in friendship with Krishna. Atma Nivedanam, completely give oneself to Krishna. These are all expressions of Bhakti Yoga. So at least today, those of us who have listened about the importance, we can all take a small vow to increase whatever we are doing. If you are not chanting at all, let us, since this says Shravanam Kirtanam, let us focus on Kirtanam. If you are not chanting the Mahamantra at all, start with one mala today. Start with one mala. It does not affect you. It does not matter which situation you are in. Some people think that you have to be a pious person and then you will be spiritual. It's like one day I think 2 years ago or something, many years ago, we were distributing Bhagavad Gitas and someone was like, no, Prabhu, I just had non-veg yesterday, I can't touch Bhagavad Gita. It's like, it doesn't make sense. It's like you don't go to the doctor when you are completely fine. You go to the doctor when you are sick. Yes? The Bhagavad Gita is the need of the hour if you had non-veg yesterday. So, like that, dear devotees, in any situation, if we think we are completely sinful, still the way is bhakti. If we think we are completely pious, still the way is bhakti. Yes. And coming back to my point, let us take a vow today. Internally, we don't have to make it external. We don't have to tell people, to increase our bhakti somehow. If we are waking up at 6, maybe let's wake up at 5:30. If we are chanting 2 rounds, let's chant 4 rounds. If we are reading nothing, let's start reading Bhagavad Gita. And even if you can't understand Bhagavad Gita, some people say, Srila Prabhupada has written so many small books. Krishna, the Reservoir of Pleasure, Beyond Birth and Death. And these are available in many, many languages. So let us take a step today, internally let us take a vow to ourselves that aaj se hum Bhagwan ke aur jaane ka prayas karenge. Not perfection, prayas karenge. Itna bhi bahut hai. If we have to start somewhere, dear devotees. You cannot wait for the right day and the right wind will be blowing and the cool breeze and flowers will be sprouting. That day is never going to come. It may come, but still that day you may be sleeping. What to say? So we must start today. Let us make our bhakti tivra. Let us make it intense. Let us make it satisfying to Krishna. Let us please Krishna. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says very emphatically, once you please Krishna, you will be pleased. If Krishna is happy, you will be happy. Confirm. Especially, this is also one note for the pujaris, that if you feel blissful after dressing the deities or performing deity worship and serving the Lord, that means the Lord is pleased. And if you are rushing the devotional service and you're rushing everything and you are still not feeling good yourselves, the Lord is also not pleased. So dear devotees, if we please the Lord, it is like the stomach, right? We don't feed food to our, okay, today it's your turn, right hand, you eat food. No. Right leg, you eat food. No, we don't feed food to our body parts. We eat to our mouth, satisfy our stomach. Someone says from Vrindavan, in his room, he takes on a mission. He says, you know what? Vaishnava janato tene kahiye je pida parai jani re. That Vaishnavas are not only meant to sit in Vrindavan and do bhajan. I will go and I will give this Krishna bhakti to every single person in this world. I will go to the West and give this Krishna bhakti. That is Srila Prabhupada. Vaishnava janato tene kahiye je pida parai jane re. Devotees like him have sacrificed everything. Srila Shivaram Maharaj, in Europe, he was meeting this one person, and it's a little blurry to me, but I can still recall. That person said to Shivaram Maharaj that, you don't know the glory of your founder Acharya. And Shivaram Maharaj was like, I'm his disciple. I would probably know more than you. Shivaram Maharaj was like, why? How? So that person says, I am 70 years old right now. And I know the situation of my body. I cannot even go from my bedroom to my washroom. And this, your founder Acharya, your Srila Prabhupada, at the age of 70, left the most comfortable, actually even his stay in Vrindavan was not comfortable. But for a devotee, what is more required than being in Vrindavan. Left his comfortable devotional life in Vrindavan, in Radha Damodar Mandir, from the Samadhi of Srila Rupa Goswami, the Acharya of this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. What did Srila Prabhupada do? He left that to give it to all of us, to come to the West. Why could he do that? He left his family, took sannyas. If we think material happiness is the way, why do people leave? Why do people take sannyas? Vaishnava sannyas, not just externally renouncing and have nothing internally, but giving sannyas is a result of your intense attachment to Krishna. Yes. Why are these great devotees leaving everything to serve Krishna? They must be getting something. Yes? Must be getting. They are getting the highest thing, dear devotees. And we can also get it. It is also available for us. It is available for every single person in any situation of life. This bhakti yoga is available for us. And if we don't engage in this, it is our great misfortune. Srila Prabhupada coming to the West has been predicted in the Shastra. In the Padma Puran, Bhakti Devi says, Idam sthanam parityajya videsham gamyate maya. Bhakti Devi in Bhagavad Mahatmya mein, Padma Puran mein. What does she say? In the Padma Puran, dear devotees, it's not an ISKCON book. This is in the Padma Puran. Bhakti Devi is saying that I will leave India and I will go to the West. Videsham gamyate maya. And everyone was confused that, okay, Bhakti Devi is saying this. Hasn't happened yet. Who will go? How will she go? How will there be bhakti in New York City? How will there be bhakti in Las Vegas? How will there be bhakti? Srila Prabhupada is that Acharya who went and did that, and he is congratulated by all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, all the Sanatan Dharma Acharyas, everyone congratulates Srila Prabhupada as bringing the Bhagirathi Ganga, as Bhagirath brought the Ganga down to earth, Srila Prabhupada brought the Bhagirathi Ganga of devotional service to the whole world. Yes. And being in the association, having all the facilities for devotional service, if we still don't take benefit, then it is like the bhajan of Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu. Hari Hari, oh my dear Lord, my Manushya Janma has Bifale Goainu. Bifal ho gaya. It is gone unsuccessful. Why? Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Bishakhainu Hari Hari Bifale Janama Goainu. Narottam Das Thakur says, even having so many facilities for devotional service, Manushya Janma Paya, we have gotten this human form of life. Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya. Still we have not worshipped Radha Krishna, the lords of our heart. What have we done? Janiya Shuniya Bishakhainu. सब कुछ जान लिया, सब कुछ सुन लिया, मंदिर भी आ गए, हरि बोल नाच भी लिए, कथा भी सुन ली, फिर कुछ किया नहीं. Then what is the result? जानकर सुनकर, by listening, by hearing, we have bishakhainu. It's like eating poison. It's like eating poison. It's a very beautiful metaphor or simile, whatever. It is like eating poison, right? So let us not eat poison, let us eat Mahaprasadam downstairs, and let us eat the Mahaprasadam of Krishna Nam. Let us eat the Mahaprasad of Bhakti. Or whenever you are, this is just a sutra you can take with you, whenever you are feeling low, whenever you are feeling like you are not meant for something, or whenever you are feeling any situation that is, overwhelming you, dear devotees, know that the path of Bhakti Yoga, regardless, is still always open for you. Krishna is still there on the other side waiting for you, regardless of any material situation. So what is stopping us? Let us become serious today. We'll all become serious. Let's see how loud your Hari Bol is, then I will know you'll be serious. 3, 2, 1. No. No one is serious still. He should know that you're serious, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this was a samuhik vow. So you've all been connected in this vow, and you must engage in Bhakti Yoga now. Yes? We will do something, all of us? Okay. So thank you very much, dear devotees. And we are very honored in this temple to have you. We are very happy to have you, and Krishna is very happy to have you. So thank you for coming, and for my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual masters, unto Srila Prabhupada, and all the devotees present, by whose mercy I was able to speak a few words, although I am utterly disqualified, unqualified, and have no realization of what I speak. But it is the mercy and words and the strength of Srila Prabhupada that this movement is still spreading, and I was able to speak a few words. So if anyone has any questions, we can take some questions. Yes, Krishna Kshetra Prabhu.
Very good lecture, very inspiring. Thank you, Prabhu. So you mentioned that Krishna has, in the Kali Yuga, has taken religion, dharma, everything. But one thing is left for us is his holy name.
Yes.
Kali Kali Nama Rupe
Krishna Avatar.
So Krishna is hidden in his name, in the sound, incarnation form.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu.
Very good class.
Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Anand Vilas Prabhu.
Prabhu, in the end, Prabhupada says here that as the unmixed Bhakti Yoga, okay. He talks about, this implies that Bhakti Yoga may be perfectly administered without any mixture of karma and jnana.
Yes.
So when I talk to these, some people, they say like, you people are emotional. Bhakti Yoga is just for you are being sentimental so much, you don't know much. My answer is yes, we are sentimental. That's one perfect answer according to me. But what is the other answer? Karma and jnana mixture should be there. Like that karma or they say jnana is that you don't know much actually. That's what's how they see it.
See, we cannot take evidence from anywhere else except Bhagavan. Krishna is the greatest evidence. They also must accept this firstly. If Krishna is saying yogi nama pi sarvesham, of all the yogis, the bhakti yogi, and what is the expression of that bhakti yoga? Shraddhavan bhajate yoma. Bhajan karna hi sabse uttam yoga hai. That is Krishna's mat. Karma and jnana, that is different type of jnana. It is about impersonal liberation. Knowing the Lord just as Paramatma, meditating on Him, that is jnana. But in bhakti there is also jnana, and that is required. We have so many shastras, so many books the acharyas have written, Nana Shastra Vicharane Kanipuno Sadharma Samsthapako, the Goswamis. They didn't just sentimentally just cry, and yes, of course they were crying for Krishna, but they wrote shastras. Jiva Goswami, there's no scholar in this world who can battle with Jiva Goswami.
They were giants. Goswami were giants.
Yeah, so we are followers of them.
Yeah.
We are their followers. In the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, that is Banaras University, many scholars, Sanskrit scholars come from there. Dear devotees, Jiva Goswami's texts are taught there. Jiva Goswami's Vyakaran, Sanskrit Vyakaran. He gave Sanskrit Vyakaran with the names of the Lord. Panini has given, but Jiva Goswami, an Acharya, a Manjari of our Parampara, he has given such things. It is a matter of devotees showing them first of all, and it is a matter of them also understanding, because some people just want to criticize for no reason. That's also. Bhakti is easy, simple, easy for those who are simple, and hard for those who are crooked. So people who claim that bhakti is so easy, you guys, to aaiye aap kijiye.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Come and do bhakti. Wake up at 4 a.m. Do Mangal Arati, chant 16 rounds, read Srimad Bhagavatam, attain Krishna at the end of life. Do it. Then you say it's easy or not. ऐसे तो हम भी बोल सकते हैं.
Thank you. One more, I just want you to add. Like you said, that suffering is not natural actually.
Yes.
So is death also. It's not natural.
Yes.
Actually. So is the death.
That's because the soul. Why do we not want to die? How many of us want to die? No, right? No one wants to die. Why? Because the nature of the soul is eternal. Atma ka jo swarup hai, that is to be eternal. That is to be shashwat, always going. So this unnatural thing as death, we can't accept it. It is unacceptable for us. That's why we should come on the platform of the soul and know that regardless if death comes or not, we are eternal. Like that. So that is the nature of the soul that is reflected still in our thoughts. That we want to be eternal because the soul is eternal.
It's optional, like you choose to suffer or not. Right?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Shitanath Premanande, Hare Hare Hare.
The best part was he did अनुवाद in Hindi also.
Yeah.
It was so good. So जिन्हें अंग्रेजी नहीं आ रही थी उनको
I try my best.
it was very nice, wonderful class.
Thank you.